Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, saya Nur Fadila, mahasiswa PBG dalam jabatan Angkatan 2 tahun 2023 dari LPTK Universitas PGRI Semarang. Saat ini saya sedang melakukan uji kinerja praktek pembelajaran mata pelajaran bahasa Inggris, mengambil materi descriptive text untuk kelas 10 dengan menggunakan model pembelajaran project based learning yang bertepatan di SMK Islam 45 Wiradesa Kabupaten Pekalongan. Silahkan simak video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Mom.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm fine too. To increase your spirit to learn English, now let's ice breaking. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I am the best. You are the best.
We are the best. I am the best. You are the best. We are the best. Yes, yes. Okay, thank you. Before we start English lesson this meeting, one of you please lead a prayer together.
Okay, guys, before we learn English, let's pray together. Finish.
Okay, thank you, Asmina. Okay, class. In this meeting, we talk about descriptive text. By the way, do you like traveling?
Yes.
Do you visit tourism place?
Yes.
For example, do you like Ancol?
Yes.
Do you like going to Ancol?
Yes.
And then, do you like going to Wonokerto Beach? And then, did you ever Umbul Sidomukti? Did you ever visit to Umbul Sidomukti? No. Okay. Can you mention tourism place of Pekalongan? Can you mention tourism place of Pekalongan? Telaga? Telaga One. And then next? Linggo Asri. Next? Delolong. And then next? Welo Asri. And then Delolong sudah. Next? Curug Madu. Next? Curug Beijing, ya. I think Pekalongan has many tourism place. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay. Tujuan pembelajaran untuk pertemuan hari ini, saya akan menyampaikan tujuan pembelajarannya. Yang pertama adalah nanti kalian harus bisa memahami dan menganalisis struktur dan unsur kebahasaan dari descriptive text, ya. Kalian harus memahami, nanti ada video yang perlu kalian analisa, kalian pahami, ditonton. Dan tujuan yang kedua yaitu nanti kalian harus bisa menganalisis dari video yang diambil dari YouTube berkaitan dengan describing place, kemudian nanti kalian akan menulis generic structure-nya, kemudian unsur kebahasaan apa saja yang ada dalam teks tersebut. Kemudian tujuan yang ketiga, kalian harus bisa menyusun, kemudian menyajikan dan mempresentasikan teks deskriptif tersebut di depan kelas, ya. So, when you learn descriptive text, ya, you sure to learn spoken and then written. ya, written and then spoken. Jadi ketika kita belajar descriptive text di sini, kalian nanti akan lebih memperdalam untuk written-nya, kemudian lanjut dengan spoken-nya. Kemudian untuk penilaiannya, assessment-nya, penilaian yang akan kalian lakukan yang pertama yaitu nanti kalian akan dinilai atau diobservasi melalui diskusi. Ya, jadi nanti metodenya diskusi secara berkelompok. Kemudian nanti kalian akan mengerjakan LKPD. LKPD tentunya juga secara berkelompok. Kemudian yang terakhir kalian nanti akan membuat proyek. Karena model pembelajaran yang kita gunakan dalam belajar deskriptif itu project based learning. Jadi nanti siswa dituntut harus bisa menghasilkan proyek. Proyeknya berupa apa? Proyeknya berupa teks, kemudian dianalisis. Paham untuk tujuan pembelajaran dan analisisnya? Oke, you can use your handphone for playing a game. Untuk mengawali pembelajaran hari ini, kalian bisa menggunakan use your handphone and then play a game. I send the virtual game to your group. Sudah ketemu? Oke, just 5 minutes ya, just 5 minutes. Play game and then choose the right answer. Okay, let's just 5 minutes. Okay, students, after playing a game, and then the next I play video about describing place, and then you understand, analyze this video. Okay, wait a minute, please.
What city do you live in? Where's your hometown? In this lesson, we're going to learn how to talk about cities and places. Hello, my name is Matt from POC English. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to talk about cities and places. I have a friend who lives near NYC, New York City, in the US. Let's ask him a question. Jack, tell us about your hometown. My hometown is located to the north of New York. It's a 4-hour drive from Chicago. I live in a residential area near the historic center of the city. My workplace is near the CBD. I love living in this area because it's full of job opportunities and healthcare facilities. Wow, he used a lot of interesting phrases. Let's have a look at a few of those in 3, 2, 1. My hometown is located. Interesting way to talk about the location of the city. A 4-hour drive from Chicago. A 4-hour drive. Nice. Residential area, historic center, CBD. It stands for Central Business District. Lovely. Job opportunities, healthcare facilities. What are some phrases that we can use to describe a city or a place or our hometown? If you want to talk about the location of your hometown, you can say is located. For example, my hometown is located in the north of England. What preposition did I use after located? In. If you want to talk about the location of a place, you can say in, and then come up with a direction, north, south, east, and west. For example, the church is located in the west of the city. If you want to talk about direction, you can use the preposition to. My house is located to the north of the river. It means you have to go towards the north side of the river. Look at this other sentence. My hometown is a 4-hour drive. It's a 2-hour drive, 3-hour drive. My hometown is located on the outskirts of a big city. Listen, on the outskirts of a big city. What is the preposition? On. Very good. And outskirt, is it singular or plural? Always plural. Outskirts. On the outskirts of the town means outside the town. Around the town, not near the city center, but on the outside of it. I live on the outskirts of London. It means my house is not near to go to the CBD to work for multinational firms. Many European cities have another center, which is not for business, but it's historic. That is the historic center of the town. When you go to the historic center of the town, you can usually see a lot of museums, art galleries, and beautiful buildings. And cities have a lot of residential areas. What are those? Residential areas are areas where people live, not work. Of course, these days we have a lot of mixed-use areas. What does it mean? It means there are lots of commercial activities, residential activities, and leisure activities going on in one area. That is a mixed-use area. Let's have a look at this example together. I live in an old residential area. Our neighborhood is near the historic center of the city. My workplace is in the CBD, which is the modern area of our town. I recently moved to London, and this is where I live. It's a residential area. It's got great facilities, lots of restaurants and shops around. It's conveniently located between 2 underground stations. If I go to the left, I have the District line. If I go to the right, I have the Jubilee line. It's not a very quiet neighborhood. As you can see, there is heavy traffic right outside my apartment.
The pandemic reminded us of how important diet is to health. That's why the Ajinomoto Group is committed to solving health issues around the world at the dinner table. A real solution means never settling for less. ถึงแม้ว่าจะต้องลดความเค็มในอาหารลงแต่เราก็ต้องไม่ละทิ้งความ
But it's a lovely neighborhood, nevertheless. I mean, I like it.
Okay, from this video, I hope you can analyze the descriptive text ya. Jadi setelah kalian melihat video, yang saya harapkan nanti kalian juga bisa membuat describing place. Anywhere, you can describe your room, and then you can describe your home, and then your interesting place, your school, or your hometown. Okay. And then the next exercise or LKBD, the first LKBD, untuk latihan pertama yaitu LKBDA. Tugas kalian adalah tujuan pembelajarannya dapat menganalisis teks deskriptif. Di sini nanti kalian akan melihat link YouTube ya. I will share link YouTube about Borobudur Temple. You can open YouTube and then understand, analyze with this identification and then description of this place. Okay, you understand? Yes. Okay, you can discuss about your friend in a group. Sudah ya Dil, pause ya Dil. Okay. After you play game in virtual and then you analyze the video Borobudur Temple, and then the next I explain about descriptive text with PowerPoint. Okay, look at the monitor. What is descriptive text? Definition of descriptive text. Text is used to give a detailed information or description about a particular object. It describes particular object like things, animals, person, or place. For instance, pets or person we know well. And then the social function or the purpose of descriptive text. The first, giving information about particular object by describing its feature and special characteristic. And then the second, giving information about particular object by describing its physical attributes, behavior, function. Okay, there are two, the social function or the purpose of descriptive text. And then language feature. The first, specific participant, for example, Bandengan Beach, Borobudur Temple, ya. In descriptive text, we use specific participant. Bandengan Beach, and then Lawang Sewu, Borobudur Temple, Prambanan Temple, Ancol Beach, and then apa lagi ya? Monas or apa? Eiffel Tower bisa ya. And then the second language feature of the descriptive text, the use of adjective to clarify the noun. Ya. The social function of the adjective describe of the noun. And then the third, the use of simple present. Example, the sky is clear on a sunny day. The color of beach is pink. So it's called pink beach. Yeah. And then the fourth, action verb. In the descriptive text, use action verb. For example, the children play in the park. And then generic structure. The generic structure of the descriptive text, there are two. The first, identification, and then the second, description. Identification contains about the introduction. Identification is introduction of a person, place, animal, or object will be described. And then description contains a description of something such as animal, things, place, or person by describing its features from color or anything related to what we writer describe. Okay, I give you the example of descriptive text. What do you think about this text? What is the title of the text? Eiffel Tower. Okay, Eiffel Tower. And then, analyze the generic structure. The first, identification, and then next, description. Okay, that's all. Any question? Okay, after explanation about descriptive text, the next, selanjutnya tugas kalian adalah membuat proyek ya, make a project, and then nanti akan saya siapkan beberapa peralatan atau perlengkapan seperti paper, and then scissor, and then glue, and then pen or spidol to arrange the descriptive text ya. Jadi nanti peralatan dari saya, the next meeting, pertemuan selanjutnya nanti akan menyusun teks descriptive text menggunakan paper atau asturo paper. Kemudian nanti kalian akan mendapatkan, you get the picture about describing place. Okay? Do you understand? Yeah. After that, after you arrange the descriptive text, and then you present in front of the class. Selanjutnya adalah kalian harus bisa mempresentasikan atau menyajikan informasi yang berkaitan dengan teks deskripsi. Okay. Any question?
No. Please take the picture. Then this picture, and then this picture. Okay. The second group yang menyusun teks deskriptif, kemudian nanti menyajikan dan mempresentasikan. Jadi nanti setiap kelompok akan maju. Okay, class. In this session, I ask you to present about descriptive text.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Okay, I would like to present about Komodo Island. By the way, do you know about the Komodo animal?
Yes. The island of Komodo is part of the lesser region of the Indonesian island. The island is particularly notable as the home of population of over 2,000 people. There sit alongside
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
As the Predator Brahma, the Reservoir Vishnu, and then the Death. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
We are from Kuwait. In this session, we want to tell you about the national monument. Construction is starting 1961 under the
students, semua rangkaian atau langkah-langkah pembelajaran sudah kita lalui. Yang terakhir tadi kalian sudah menulis refleksi kaitannya dengan pembelajaran hari ini. Berarti ada beberapa yang perlu kita perbaiki. Apakah metode pembelajarannya sudah sesuai? Apakah model pembelajarannya sudah inovatif sehingga akan bisa meningkatkan ilmu pengetahuan kaitannya dengan pembelajaran bahasa Inggris. Kemudian kalian juga sudah menulis kaitannya dengan lembar survei siswa. Nanti akan bisa kelihatan mana kekurangan yang perlu diperbaiki lagi. So, thank you for your spirit. Okay, I hope the next meeting you can practice again. Okay, especially spoken. Yeah, because spoken is important to apa ya? Language is open your mouth. Karena bahasa itu harus bisa membuka mulut. Okay, so I hope you can practice spoken at home and then at school, anywhere. Okay, so the next meeting, I hope you can speak English fluently more than before. Okay. Yang terakhir harapan saya bahwa pembelajaran hari ini harus bisa membawa manfaat lebih besar lagi, manfaat lebih banyak lagi untuk saya pribadi juga untuk kalian semua. Okay, thank you for your attention and then thank you for a time, thank you for your spirit. Before we close this meeting, one of the students, let's pray together.
Okay guys, before we go home, let's pray together. Finish.
Okay, that's all for me, and then see you next time. Be careful on the way. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.